Okay, so I got Nuke here. He's ready to venture out and be a dog this morning from being cooped up last night. But you're gonna see a big change in him. Come here, Nuke. Come. Sit. You're gonna see a big change in just the way he acts right now, just being a week in. He's not just psychotic. He's learning to respect the leash, learn leash pressure. He's pretty attentive. He's starting to learn all the commands: sit, stay, heel, come, place. Like even right then, that was a correction. I pulled him back. He responded to it. He didn't keep trying because he knows that I'm gonna get on to him. So we're gonna go through all the basics here. I'm gonna start with some leash work, just walking him back and forth and just making him think about every step. So we'll start with that. So he's gonna get leash corrections. I don't want him putting his nose to the ground and sniff, because if he's doing that, he's not paying attention to me. Heel. Good. Heel. I want him to pay attention to my legs, pay attention to me. Heel. Good. Come on. Good. Nope. Right. I'm just making it uncomfortable for him. Quick. I don't want him to stop. I don't want him to do anything. I want him to walk same pace as me. Heel. Come on. Good. Ah. When I stop, I want him to stop. Good. Yeah, and he's wanting to scratch at that collar. He's got the e-collar on. I've been conditioning him with that, but he's doing very good with this leash work. It's taking a little bit more time because he's a male. He's a little bit more stubborn, and he can handle some corrections too. He's pretty hard. He's not a soft dog, is what I'm saying. Usually he can take a lot of corrections, and finally he starts to get it. But come on, heel. You see how he's just glancing up at me? He's a little bit ahead of me. Come on. I like him right on my side. Even right there is all right. Good boy, Nuke. Come on. Well, in here. So he's just now starting to figure out, where I want him to be. He's still learning that, and he's picking up on it. Good. And I'm letting him know. I'm marking it when I think he's doing good. I'm marking that behavior so he knows. So I'm gonna take a step into him. Usually I turn to the outside and the dog's supposed to stay on this left side and follow me. I'm gonna take a step into him, and I want him to swivel his back legs and stay at my side. So I'm gonna bring him back to a heel here because he's sitting a little farther out. Nuke, Nuke, heel. Hey, heel. Good. So he's learning that motion. So I'm gonna take a step right into him. Heel. And he's trying to pull away, but he is swiveling those back legs. That's what I want. Heel. Good. Heel. Good. Nope. Heel. Good. Good. If I turn this way, I want him to stay on the side. Heel. Good. Okay, back into him. Heel. Heel. Good boy. Good boy. And that is perfect. I mean, not perfect, but he's picking up on that. That's the first time I've ever done that. But sit, sit, Nuke, sit. So he's not sitting. Okay. So I'm going to reinforce this command with the E-collar now. I'm going to hold the button down. When he sits, I'll let off the pressure. So he learns by doing the command, that's what gets the pressure to shut off. Come. Sit. Good. And you've seen how much quicker that was. He didn't yelp. He didn't anything. I should just have to say it once. I don't want to say it 100 times for him to sit. Nuke, come. Sit. Good. Seen how quick that was. Good. Mark it, reward it. Nuke. Nuke. Heel. Sit. Good. 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 Now he's not trying to jump on me. I'm gonna test him here. He hasn't jumped on me probably since like the second day. I'm gonna, hype him up, get him real excited here. Nuke, come. Hey, sit. I'm gonna get him real excited, and he's probably gonna jump on me. I'm gonna give him a knee to the chest, quick correction, and then I'm gonna try it again. If he doesn't do it, I'll mark and reward.
That's a good boy, Nuke. Good. 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 Yes, good boy. Yes.
Good. He didn't jump on me. He jumped around me. He didn't jump on me.
That's a good boy, Nuke. Yes.
Good. So that's good. I have done that a couple times. He knows he's not supposed to jump on me, and that's what everybody in the household has to do. If he jumps on your wife, she needs to be quick with the correction. Same with you. If you have company come to the door or whatever, and they knock on the door, he gets fired up, they open the door, he jumps on them. Don't even allow that to happen. You put him on a leash. If you know somebody's coming or somebody's at the door, you put him on a leash and have him by you. This leash is full control. I can almost fully train a dog with just a leash. I don't have to say nothing. He understands what I'm trying to get across to him. If I want him to sit, the leash pressure right up. He's gonna sit. I don't have to say anything. Good. They understand what I want. If I want him to come into certain positions, I guide him. Look, I didn't even do anything, but he was starting to understand my body language as to what I want him to do. I come over here like that, sit. I'm ready for any sort of corrections. If somebody was to come up to me, I'm ready to give him a correction. So I'm gonna put him on place and make him stay. We need to work on that a little bit. He's doing good with it. Just learning to dial back that energy. He's doing very good. Good boy. Kind of dog I like right there. Come on. Wait. Yep. Not. Hey. Sit. Stay. 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 Good. Good. So, the place board. I have lots of people ask me, well, what the heck is the point of place? Why do you teach that? I don't understand it. Place is where you want the dog to be. They need to understand where they need to be at all times. I mean, if you want them loaded up into your truck, a lot of people will say, open the door and say ride, or drop their tailgate and say load up, or whatever. My dogs, I drop the tailgate, I say place, and I'll point. If I want them in the kennel, place, I point. I do a lot of pointing and snapping. They read my cues. They understand me. If we're sitting in the house and you have a cot in the corner like that, you tell the dog get on place, go to place. They know place, especially out here in this yard. They start understanding when I say place, that's that over there. Especially if I point in that direction, they're gonna go over there. They see that, they're used to it. They'll go to it. My female, Mila, I can be down there at the end of the driveway and point up here. I say, hey, place. She'll run all the way up here and get on it and sit. Same, you know, if you have company over, the dog's getting up in your face, the dog's, hey, come here, sit. Dog's getting up in company's face or whatever, just being out of line, no, place. Enforce it with the e-collar, place, stay. They're not supposed to get off. If they get off, you go put them right back on and you know, and get on to them a little bit. They should know that's where you want them to be. Otherwise, they don't know where they're supposed to be. That's why they act that way. So that's why I teach the place command. He's doing very well with that. So I'm gonna work on a couple more of those places and stays. Mark and reward those. Come on. Nope. Hey. He's wanting to pull me a little bit. Ew. Hey. Hey. Wait. Sit. Stay. Hey. Sit. Stay. No. Place. Sit. Stay. Stay. Sit. Sit. I'm getting on to him with the e-collar. Hey. Hey. You sit. Sit. Stay. 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 Good. So, he kept getting off there. I kept putting him back on. I grabbed a hold of the leash. That means I'm in full control, you know? When I drop this, he sees me drop it. He knows that he can take a little bit if he wants to, since that leash ain't in my hand. I completely dropped it and gave him a little freedom. And he took advantage of it. So I grabbed back hold of it, made him stay, shortened it a little bit, rewarded him a little bit before. Trying to get the point across here. Nuke, heel. Sit. Nope. Turn. Heel. Sit. No. He's getting wound up. Hey, come here. Heel. Sit. Sit. Good. Good. That energy trying to come out. Come on. Place. Sit. Place. Nuke. Place. Nuke. Nuke. Place. Nope. Hey. Place. Sit. Stay. I'm working the e-collar. Stay. Stay. Good. Good. So, now that that's over with, this is just what a training session looks like, you know? A lot of these just little repetitious things, like I said before. That's how dogs learn. You do it over and over and over again, it becomes a habit. Sit. Sit. Good. So now, we're gonna have fun. I've been training him for 13 minutes now. I keep my sessions short, and then I end on something real positive every time. So since he's gonna be an antler dog now, we're going heavy on antlers every day. Teaching him the hunt command. And so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take an antler, I'm just gonna go out there in the yard, throw it, keep him on a leash the whole time, and I'm gonna walk back here, stop, turn him around, I'm gonna say, hunt the bone. I'm gonna snap my fingers and send him to go get it. He just seen where I planted it. So that, we do that over and over again, that starts to click in the back of his head what this object is. That's a bone. You know, he's telling me to hunt the bone. That means to go out there and get it and bring it back. Since he has such a high level of retrieving drive, that he just always wants to go, which is good. I don't have to push him to retrieve. You know, if he didn't want to retrieve and wanted to go do something else, I wouldn't be able to do this. I'd have to start just playing fetch and getting him real amped up and things like that. He doesn't need that. So I'm gonna just take it out there and you can watch this happen. Heel. So you can see he's amped up. I mean, he's walking pretty good on a leash right now, but he knows what we're about to do. His tail's wagging. He's like, we've done this a couple times, so he knows what we're about to do. Me walking him back, it's called a trailing memory drill. He sees where I threw it. He knows where it's at, but he's gonna have to run out there and he'll have to look a little bit. So mainly just eyesight here. So we're gonna sit him down. You see how he's acting. We're gonna sit him down and send him to go get it. Sit. I'm gonna, come here. Hey, come here. I'm gonna get lined up with the camera here. Sit. So this is how I always send the dog. You see how ready he is? Hot bone. Good boy, Nick, come. So he probably won't bring it all the way back to me. You know, he's gonna want to keep away. Nick. Hey, Nick, come. Nick, come. And I'm not gonna hit him with the e-collar and tell him to come because we're not to that point yet. And he has not done any sort of retrieving work. So all this will be fixed down the road. Come on, Nick. Come on, buddy. Come on. Bring it here. Come on. Good boy. Come on. If I can get him close enough, I'll grab his leash. Hey, get that bone. Nick, get the bone. So he dropped it and he's sniffing something else, which is fine. I mean, there ain't nothing. I can fix all this down the road. It's no problem. Bring me the bone. Come on. Okay, good. Come on, Nuke. Hey, I guarantee if I walk to it, though, to go pick it up, he's going to try to get it from me. Hey, come here, Nuke. Come here. Hey. Nuke, come. Nuke, come. Come. Nuke, come. Nuke, come. Come here, Nuke. Nuke, come. Come. Good. Here. No. Come. 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 Good. Good. Here. Here. Good. So he did all right on that, but he was distracted. He wanted to go do other things. So I'm going to play with him a little bit. Get that ball. Good ball. Come on. Come on. Good. Good. Good boy, Nuke. Bring it here. Come on. Nuke, come. Come on. Bring it here. What's that bone up? What's that bone up? Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. So, good boy, come here. Get that bone. Good boy. Good, come here. Fetch it up. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Hey. 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 There we go. Good. So you see how crazy he is about the... Oh. Easy, bud. All right, so I'm going to put it away now. With him still wanting more and super amped up, I put it away. You know, he's not to the point where he can go for long periods of time because he's going to get distracted after, you know, 5 or 6 throws. I don't know. I mean, his retrieving is going to get worse. So I'm just getting him super amped up because that is going to be his only toy. So once we're done, I'm going to go put him up, feed him, and that's it till later. Get him out again and we'll do the same stuff over. But eventually, once I get done with all this obedience, he's going to be super amped up over antlers. I'm going to start working on some retrieving issues, which is what you just seen. So I'm going to start with hold conditioning and teaching him the fetch command and reinforcing all that with the e-collar. And that takes some time. But when I come back to retrieving, he won't have retrieved in a couple of weeks. And he's going to be amped up, ready to go. So right now, this period of time with me doing the obedience and just getting antlers out and playing, he's gonna start thinking about these antlers and how great they are. And whenever I do the retrieving work, I'm not gonna touch antlers while I'm doing that. I'm gonna use bumpers and things that he's gonna end up hating. But once he sees this antler, he's gonna remember, hey, that thing is fun. He's gonna go out there, pick it up, bring it right back to hand every time. If he decides to drop it and decides he wants to lay down and chew, or decides he wants to play keep away, then the fetch command, come, heel, hold, all that is already coming back into play, reinforcing those commands with the e-collar. He has nothing to do but listen. So he's doing really good. I'm really excited about him. He's got everything I'm looking for in a good antler dog. And his obedience, I mean, that's nothing. We'll get it all cleaned up. He's doing a lot better. Starting to be able to control him.